All right. Well, the spotlight is now on the aviation sector with a raft of changes on the way. From next month, airports will face monthly performance reports and closer airfare monitoring. Transport Minister Simeon Brown says the report will provide valuable insights into on-time arrivals, departures and cancellations, giving both the industry and New Zealanders a clear picture of how well the country's aviation services are performing. The minister's also ordered a review into the Civil Aviation Authority's proposed hikes to determine if they're proportionate and justified. The minister says it's been tough for the aviation industry on the back of the pandemic, but it plays a critical role in our economy, adding that every single part of the industry and government needs to be doing their bit to ensure we're competitive. We're a competitive country to do business with and to grow the sector. Well, joining me, good to have her back on the show, is aviation commentator Irene King. Irene, good to talk again.
Likewise.
Simeon is a very, very busy man. Now he's looking at the aviation sector. Does it need a shake-up, Irene?
Look, I think what's happened in the early 90s, we were world-class in everything we did in the sector. And it's just eroded away to the point now that they just get in the way of us doing business. Now, CAA is an enabler of us doing business. We have to do it safely, but they enable us to get on with business. And what's happened is, it's just got too slow and too sticky, and things are not modern and up to date. And that's, I think, what he's really talking about.
Okay. He's mentioned too that airports will face monthly performance reports and closer airfare monitoring. I mean, what do they do now? Are there performance reports?
Yeah. Airlines, I think he's talking about, not airports.
Oh, airlines, Do they do them now?
Yeah. 3 monthly, they appear on the web page. Now he's saying he wants to do the monthly publicly. It's quite tricky because you've got to have some quite precise definitions of what you're monitoring, because airlines, they're quite tricky in the way they express things because they're always going to do it to their advantage. Yeah. So he has to define what it is that we're really interested in. And I don't think he's really thought about what the customer is really interested in.
You mentioned the CAA, the Civil Aviation Authority, and he's ordered a review of their proposed hikes. What is? Yeah. Can you explain what those fees pertain to, or what those hikes he's talking about?
Yeah, sure. Pretty much we have to pay for about 95% of the services that we buy from them as operators. So it's things like our licenses, our license to operate, if we want any amendments to our operating specifications. We pretty much pay for everything. Yeah. And, of course, what's happened is when you pay, you like to see things done really efficiently. Yeah. And you think, well, if I'm paying top dollar, well, jeepers creepers, I should get really top service.
Absolutely.
And that gets back to my point about, things have just eroded over time. And it's not the people, it's just everything's got in the way. And it's not red tape, don't get me wrong, it's not red tape. It's just stuff gets in the way. And if we go, I don't think there's a problem paying big, top dollar, but you got to have top performance. And he understands that.
Yeah. Can we talk a little bit about a code share deal that was approved last week by the government between Air New Zealand and Virgin Australia? Some opponents say this will see Kiwi travellers lose out. How will we lose out? What is this code share deal?
Okay, so this is about Virgin buying seats on Air New Zealand and Air New Zealand buying seats on Virgin. That's basically what it's all about. And it means that we get more frequency, we get access to more destinations in Australia. I think it's a big call to say that the customer loses out. In fact, in most code shares, the customer is actually the winner because you might want to go to Timbuktu, and with a code share deal you can get there. and your bags come with you, which is a real positive.
Yeah.
Without that deal, you have to buy tickets on multiple airlines and multiple terminals and all sorts of things.
Okay.
So, but it's really about economics, and is this good for the New Zealand economy? And that's why the deal was approved. So if you think about every time you travel on a foreign carrier, you as a consumer might save $50. But us, New Zealand, Inc., as a country, might lose $150 to $200 because that money's taken out of New Zealand and it goes into the coffers. For example, if you travel on Qantas, it's about sustaining the Australian economy, and it goes to the Australian taxpayer and to Australian coffers. So, people don't think about this clearly when they make decisions, because we like to make decisions on the basis of what's in our personal best interest, and not in the interest of of the wider economy. Yeah.